on, Sean. Finally, we're live. Welcome to Still Talking Uncut. We're your host. He's Sean Rigsby. I'm Big Easy. Got a special guest tonight, a master coppersmith, moonshiner, my man, Jason Harl Sr. from 13 Stills. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
I
Glad to have
appreciate
you.
the invite, guys.
It's an honor to have you here, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I watch y'all every time I get a chance. A lot of times it ain't live because I'm a little older and I get done working. Watch this shit the next day. So yeah,
that's what. That's why it goes on the internet. It's there for people to view and rewatch and whatever they want, So that's why we're here. So
That's right.
we appreciate you listening to us.
And of course, tonight we're all late because me. I didn't decide to update my laptop until about 5 minutes ago.
Now we already knew it was your fault. We wasn't even going to say nothing. It's just that's a general assumption around here. We already know. So
Yep.
we're not blaming you, Sean. We're not going to blame you no more. We're just going to move along, and we know what it is.
get on with it. Yeah.
We accept you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
Shit happens,
Yeah.
man.
All right, show me that Bush Light peach over there, Sean. Show me that peach. No, quit it.
No, that's the can all you got. What you got going on?
So, actually, I am drinking. I'm not drinking any Busch Lights tonight. I'm drinking water, but
What?
I am drinking this. This is so. I'm not gonna say where we're at, but I was near some construction a while back, and there was some talk, and this dude come back in a building and got me. He's like, "Hey man, I need you to come out here and talk to this guy." I'm like, "Okay." Well, I walk back out. Dude's like, "Hey, did you bring a sample with you?" I said, "No, what the fuck, no."
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
that? What, man?
I don't
He's
just
like-
drive around with a jar of whiskey on me, Like
He was like, "Didn't I see you on TV a couple years ago?" I said, "Yeah." And he looked at the dude that stand next to him. He said, "I fucking told you that was him, like 6 months ago."
damn celebrities.
Celebrities, man.
Well,
Just fucking can't take them nowhere, man.
well, the funny thing is, a couple months later, he gets a hold of me. He's like, "Hey man, I got you something. This is it." He said, "Hey, give me a sample," and I figured that's what I'm gonna sip on tonight. It's just corn liquor. He said it's pretty hot. I think it's about 120 proof. So I'm gonna try to stay off the bottom of the bottle.
That's right. Try not to hit the floor tonight.
Yeah, Sean found the bottom of the jar last week. Let's put it that
Almost. There's about that much left.
way.
Been there.
Yeah.
all I remember is the next day, like fuck.
That's right. It's always the next day you're wondering, what the hell did I do, man?
Why did I keep going? So nice. What you drinking on over there, Mr. Harl?
Chelada.
Oh.
Chelada. Modelo's Chelada. That's probably my favorite one ever. I love them.
Nice. Hey, you like what you like, man.
That's right. What about you?
I got some peach brandy. I ran off some peach brandy yesterday for the jam, and I always keep my money jar. I don't throw that in my proofing pot, so I got my money jar. I'm sipping on some peach brandy.
I do got a little corn juice over here from Troy. But I don't know if I'm gonna break it. I don't know if I'm gonna break into that tonight or not. I'm still at the shop, so I might have to save that for the jam.
Yeah, you got to make it home. That's what's more important.
Well, I got a designated driver. She's back here in the other room. She was here cleaning stills. We've been building all day.
Yeah,
and it's about
ready.
104 degrees in this shop. The air conditioner went out today, so
it's good day for it to go out. It always happens at the best time.
Man.
Your back's against the wall. You're at crunch time. You got the jam coming up.
Right.
Hillbilly jams this weekend. Anybody out there? You're going to be at the jam. You want to try some peach brandy? Let me know. I might have you a sip or two. But I'm going to be there. Sean's going to be there. Jason, are you going to be there? Set up with your still set up?
Yes, we're going to be set up there with a distillery from Louisiana. The still behind me is 110 gallon, and it's going to Troy Halsey.
Nice.
And we're going to be set up down there with that. And also beside that is the shinershelping.com raffle still. And it'll be down there with us too.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
we'll get into all that. You can tell us all about the raffle you got going on, and so like I've seen your setups at these things before, and it's like walking into a museum. That's how I feel when anytime I walk into a still builders area. It's just like you're just in awe, man. It's like looking at a museum, and and yours is the same way to me. So I look forward to seeing them, and I'm a hug at 110 if it's there because I got a special place in my heart for 100+ gallon stills. So
it'll be there, and I appreciate the kind words. Our stills have come a long way in 4 years, a long way, and I'm very proud of that. Them stills when we first started, man, were just they was a mess, and we've grown, and I'm proud of where our stills are right now, and there's still more to learn. There's still more to do. There's upgrades to come yet, and it's just a matter of time before we're the best. I mean, that's the goal, was to build an empire on this, not just my name, but my company's name, and build that to as far as it can go.
You don't do anything to be the average, you gonna try to do something. You're gonna try to do it to the best you can.
Every still has always been about making it better than the last one. So yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm proud that we try to better everything we do every day.
It sounds like a distiller. You're always trying to make something better on the next one. How can I make this better next time? So while we're talking about you stills, won't you tell us how you got into still building, if you wouldn't mind?
No, if you watched the first episode about the seltzer, that's pretty much the story. When I first started running, me and my little brother run a 5 gallon, and we run it for 15 years. Yeah. He always talked about building a bigger still, building a bigger still. He could solder, he could do this, we could make a bigger still. And we never did. And he passed away. And when he passed away, I just quit running. I was done. And I'd say about a year, 8 months or a year, I decided that's not what he would want. Mm-hmm. That's not the way we go out. So I decided I was going to start running again. And when I did, I was going to buy or build a bigger still. So I built a bigger still, and I have that first still I ever built here in the shop now. And I'm proud to have that one back. That's one that's going to be my head.
Yeah, but, it's got a little bit more than just something else to it,
Yeah, man, it's the start of something life changing for me and my family, and so I built that first still, and it wasn't good. Sold it.
Yeah.
Just built another one. Didn't like it. Sold it. Built another one. Didn't like it. And I think as of this day, I'm about 860, 175 stills that I've built. So I'm still looking for that good one I'm going to keep.
That's awesome, man. But so how long?
You might never reach that. So you might never reach that. So
yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
I was going to say, so how long were you guys running prior to that? Just on that one still that you guys built or bought or whatever?
15, 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and we bought
5 gallon?
Yeah, it was a little 5 gallon. I believe it was a Vengeance steel. It's a North Georgia type-ish steel, and that's kind of the way my steels went, because that's what I knew as a steel. But yeah, we had that steel and we run that, and I still have that steel. But yeah, we started building, and the next thing I know, we get to a point to where it's like I'm building 3 or 4 steels a week out of the house, and we're still in the house with just a little, Home Depot brake press roller combo, and I was unhappy doing this 40, 60 hour a week bullshit for somebody who didn't give a crap.
Oh yeah.
So I bet it all, and my wife backed me. We took our last $700 and bought that roller and 2 sheets of copper, and we've been making steels ever since. And we put it on the line every day. I mean, we ain't in this. We ain't in this to be millionaires, but we're in this because this is what we love, and we have everything in this. So, yeah, I mean, we started building and ain't stopped, and I don't see a stop to it for real.
And
that's awesome.
That's how it should be. Keep growing and keep going, man. And
Yep.
And you definitely put out some quality products, man. Like I said, I'm giddy thinking about. I love the jam. I love all the people who set up. I wish I had a semi truck trailer and an unlimited credit card. I'd buy everything there.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but
I'm the same way as a builder. I see the other builder stuff, man, and it's like, I see something they did better, or they're doing something different than I'm doing, and I've got my eyes on that shit. Like,
always learning.
I want to look at it. Yeah. If you ain't
yeah.
learning, you're a step behind, and I don't want to be a step behind. I want to be a step ahead.
You're an expert or a student.
I'm no expert.
To me, I never want to be an expert. I always want to be a student. I never want to feel like I'm an expert in anything. I always want to be a student from here till the end of time. Always want to learn. So
yeah, I agree, Big Easy. It's you learn something and you try to master it, but then there's always something else to learn and try to master. And you're never going to be a master of everything, or maybe you're not even a master of one thing, but the
masturbator
going, yeah.
Hey,
sorry, I throw it out there.
Even after 40 years, you still mess that up sometimes,
That's a problem I ain't got yet.
Damn youngins.
4 more years.
Time will get you, buddy. Time will get you.
But
to go back to talk a little moonshine, you and your brother was running that 5-gallon still for 15 years. What kind of mash did you first run out of that 5? Just corn, straight corn.
Yeah. Even before we learned how to convert it, we just straight corn.
Corn sugar,
corn flavored sugar wash, but eventually we got it right and made some good corn liquor. But
a lot of people start on that corn sugar wash.
Simple. It's simple. It really is. It's simple. And I've always been a simple shiner, man. Everything. I think a lot of people complicate shit too much, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pressure pot, you got a thumper or doubler, or you don't. You got a condenser. pH levels, all that shit. Just like the show, I never tested my mash for pH or anything about no. We made it and run it. I wasn't checking levels of alcohol in it and how much sugar content. Make that shit and run it.
That's what I do, man.
Whatever it be good or bad, make it, run it, and figure it out, man. The best way to learn is hands on.
Yeah, sure is.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's how I learned to build, man. I didn't know nothing about building stills, and I just started building some bitches. And every step I learned something different that was better, and you still do that to this day.
Trial and error, man. Research and destruction.
You fuck up a lot, man. And when it's copper, it's expensive, so you don't want to fuck up. So you're checking your math and math. It's all about math.
Yep. I know I've heard some people say they'll take poster board and they'll make, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And fuck with that first. That way, if they fuck it up, it's just poster board.
See, I wasn't smart enough when I first started doing that shit. So, and I didn't even have templates for the first year and a half or 2 years I was doing this shit. And I finally got smart and made some templates to where I didn't have to measure everyone every time.
Everyone, yeah. Yep. That'd be me though. I'd be like, no, I don't need a template. It's all here. I've done it the hard way forever too, man. That's my style.
Yeah. Well, you said something about the mashes we were running when we first started running. When we first figured it out, it was probably 6 months in. The first time we made a good corn mash that was, was going to pump out some 160, 170. It was going to be a good first run. Man, I didn't know what a good mash smelled like. Went back there and smelled it. I'm like, ooh, that can't be good. We dumped that mash out. And now knowing what I know, I look back and like, man, I wonder what that mash would have been like, because that's a good one. It was one of them really good, just perfect mashes, and I dumped it out.
You just didn't know, man. Learn the hard way. It's and forever, the rest of your life, it's always going to be the one that got away. The what if, what if, I wonder what that would have tasted like.
Yeah, and now you keep trying to get that good mash again and get to that that perfect mash, and it's like, yeah, it's never gonna happen, man. Keep trying.
You're always trying that perfect mash and that perfect run, man. And even when you achieve it and you're like, dude, this was a lot better than the last one, you're instantly like, man, what can I do on the next one to make this better?
Yep.
You know, you're just never satisfied ever.
That's right.
That's like me.
Racing, man.
Yep. I always took once I got, a mash down I wanted, or fairly close, I would make small changes. That way, I'm like, should I keep going or not? But if I didn't like it, then I know how to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Change one small thing at a time, so you know exactly what changed, and that way you could go back and change it.
And I never knew real moonshiners, other than me and my little brother, until I went to the show the first time.
Yeah.
And Lauren, man, that girl and Ryan taught me so much about mixing on the backside and all this other stuff. And that experience alone I got to meet Troy Landry, so many other different people. Sean, I got to meet so many different people and learn from them. It changed my moonshining because they was doing stuff that I never seen before.
It's the knowledge, just to be there, and I'm a student. I'm a student. Teach me.
That's right.
Teach me. I want to learn, and it really opens your mind up to things, especially when you see things that you never thought of, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. I want to try that. I didn't know you could do it like that. So it's just really cool when you see something new.
Yeah. Exactly.
So nowadays, since you've evolved a lot, what is your favorite thing to make and drink?
Oh man, blue corn.
It's hard to beat it, ain't it?
Man, I ain't run no Bloody Butcher yet. I'm gonna pick some up at Maggie Valley, and I'm gonna run that. But blue corn, man, it's not corn; it's floral. Blue corn.
Sweet.
Blue corn's probably my favorite. Yeah.
Have you malted it yet?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Jesus.
Yes, sir. So actually, on the show,
the
last time both times I went, I took malted blue corn that I malted myself. Yeah.
Nice. My buddy JJ Jackson, he gave me a jar of some malted blue corn, and I was blown away by
it don't taste like corn. It's not a corn. It's a floral. Man, it's something different. If you ain't ever had it, run it. It's great.
Yeah, you ain't never had blue corn, man. You better get you some of that.
Yeah, I guarantee you that.
So you talk about doing Bloody Butcher. You haven't done Bloody Butcher before?
No, I haven't. I've got to order in to get some at the Maggie Valley, but no, I haven't got to do that yet. And I'm going to.
I find that Bloody Butcher to be earthy. If you can describe something like that, I find it to be earthy.
Yeah.
If you age it, then you start getting a little bit more of the sweet notes out of it. At least that's how I taste it and how I feel about it.
Gotcha.
But you'll like it. It ain't no blue, but
I look forward to running it. The show, man. I met so many people running so many different stuff. I never run wheat before until I met Justin during the Steel Builders build off, and I come home and I'm the last run I made was cantaloupe and wheat, and man, that was good. I'm cantaloupe down there with me, but yeah, I like trying different shit. I like to see what somebody else is doing, man. And if you can take what somebody else is doing and make it your own, or do something different and add on to it, what your flavor profile is, man, that's the way to do it. And that's what I learned from all these guys and gals that I've met.
It's all about bits and pieces, man.
Man,
little bits and pieces from everybody, and I'm gonna build me this mash. I'll make me a meatloaf. With all this other stuff. So, Sean, when you went on the show, was that the first time you had used wheat, or the first time you had used that much wheat?
That much, yeah.
That much wheat, okay.
Yep. And well, I take it back. That was the first time I ever used malted wheat, and I used a fucking ass load of it.
Nice.
So, it's
earthy. I like wheat. I like that wheat. I like the dryness that wheat gives.
Yep.
The liquor. I like a wheated bourbon. I'm a wheated guy.
It's different. That wheat. It's different. It's like a rye. If you get a malted rye, it's different. It's just different than most of the stuff you run. And that wheat is sweet. It's earthy. It's I like it. I like it. And that cantaloupe with that wheat.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, man, you had to get a taste of that cantaloupe weed I run. It's
Man,
it's
that
got
sounds
the
good.
bitter. It's got the bitter to the cantaloupe and a little bit of the sweet with the wheat. It's nice.
I'll let it be known, if you have a jar at Maggie Valley, I will try it. So if you're looking to drug me, poison me, roofie me, you just hand me a jar. I won't ask what it
Consider
is.
it done.
I'm going to shake it and I'm going to sip it. So, I'm an easy roofie. Do you think?
Nice. Look forward to it. Look forward to watching you do the walk away.
Like
Well,
10 minutes later, so, but. So you said you've been on Master Distiller twice. The first time you went on there, what kind of episode was it, and what kind of competition, and what'd you make?
It was hard seltzer.
Okay.
And I made a lemonade on the first episode. I made a seltzer lemonade, and man, I like my lemonade. I'll have a jar of that down there. It won't be carbonated because apparently I don't know how to carbonate shit. But I'll have a jar of that lemonade down there with me.
Yeah, I tell you, those certain type of those ball lock kegs, those 5-gallon ball lock kegs, are making it a lot easier to carbonate things.
Man, you know what? The first time I went, I was a nervous wreck the whole time, and I just missed a step. I didn't
Yeah.
decarb. I didn't decarb. I didn't let no pressure out to let the carbonation in, and I just
Okay, you let it out, it completes that cycle.
Yeah, the pressure got to me, man. I knew the steps I needed to do, and I missed 3 or 4 of them, and I just didn't.
Who'd you compete against? Amanda was on that episode, right?
No.
Lauren
Murphy and Ryan Chip was on that episode.
Okay.
And Lauren ended up winning.
Okay. Nice. And then and they invited you back again, and you competed on the still building episode, right?
Man, yeah, that was an honor.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah,
I was a replacement. I got a call.
Really?
I got a call 2 days before we started filming, and she texted me and was like, "We got a master distiller emergency. We need somebody to film," and gave me the dates, which ended up being 3 days, but the dates were wrong and it was 2 days. It was my wife's birthday. God bless her. God bless that woman putting up with my shit. But it was her birthday, and I was at our friend's house getting a haircut. And the phone rings, and it's, one of these people trying to accommodate me and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, are you ready to film in the morning? I'm like, I'm in Kentucky. What the hell you mean?
The morning? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
the morning?
About film in the morning. So, man, we're sitting there getting a haircut, and I'm like, shit, I got to leave tonight. So I left 2 days after they told me I was going to do the episode. And so in them 2 days, I had to get all my measurements and my templates together for that still, because I wasn't bringing my own parts. I was going to supply the parts for the still. So I had to give them all my measurements for my comb, my bottom. And so we get down there, and I'm with 2 guys who's built probably 12 stills between them. And I'm like, oh, I've got this. I'm a bust their ass.
I could, from the beginning, you could tell, you knew,
man,
you knew.
Man, it was an honor to run with them guys. But yeah, when I got there, I'm like, oh shit, y'all have not built that many stills. Mm-hmm. And so we go in there, we build our stills. My stills are great. Perfect. Don't leak.
Oh, I remember watch you build that still from.
And we run, and I think I run a little too hot, but the 2 guys I filmed with, Justin and Glenn, man, they were good guys, and me and Glenn have stayed really close since the filming of that episode, and we all 3 in a chat group and talk. It's weird how the episodes, everyone, it was like when I first went on the first episode, I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna promote my business. I'm gonna show myself in a certain light, and I'm gonna try to help 13 stills. Well, that wasn't the case. And then the second episode, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the opposite. When I went in there the second time, it was about my business. And man, Mark Ramsey told me before we was going in to get told who won or lost, he was like, man, this is an hour episode for you. And if you watch what they did on both episodes, they showed me in a light that I was upset when I lost both times, but they couldn't have showed me in a better light than what they did. And I'm so proud of them episodes the way they showed me, because they could have showed some shit that, might not have wanted to been said on TV or.
I can imagine. I imagine there's things that they edit out that it's not safe for work.
It's a competition, man. I'm competitive. I didn't go down there to fucking play second. I went down there to win. I mean, I went down there to show what I could do and put the best foot forward of everything I've done for 20 years. Of course, you're going to be a little upset when you get your ass whooped. I mean, that's how it goes, man.
But hey, I'm all about winning, and I understand you go down there and it turns into a brotherhood, and everybody's got each other's back. But I mean, at the end of the day, you didn't give up that time and travel there to like accept second or third. You're there to win. You're there to win. At the end of the day, you're there to win.
I traveled from Louisville to Sevierville. It wasn't Sevierville, it was Newport. The second time during the steel build, I traveled from Newport 3 times back to Louisville to build stills in between building that still on the episode. Yeah, it was if you watch that episode close, when we're at the end, when we're running, I was beat. I had nothing left. I was washed out. I had no energy left. My old ass is like, get me back home, man.
I'm done, man. Just
had
whatever. Like,
yeah.
But you know what? You went on there, the second episode, as a still builder competition, and clearly you won that, hands down.
Oh yeah.
I feel that I did win the steel build off. Man, I'm not a judge on liquor. I tasted his liquor. It was not bad. And I give him props to be able to run that still he put together.
Yeah, the troublesome Liebig that he had built.
Yeah, man. And I give him credit. He turned in a jar that was absolutely, it was a winning jar. So I can't still build. Yeah, I believe just like they showed it the first 2 rounds, I busted their ass. But I do believe they probably got it right. I believe I run my steel a little too hot because I was tired and ready to go. And I think they made the right call on that.
Understandable, understandable. It comes down to the small thing and something like that.
I ain't happy about it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Like, I want a third crack at it. Let me get a third crack.
The first time I filmed, I was down there for 22 days. I mean, like you said, it's a brotherhood. We got down there, Troy.
3 weeks.
Dude, that was a ball. It was a party.
It's a 3-week-long party.
God knows, man. The fire pit. If you know, you know.
Yeah, Sean would have wound up in a coma. He'd have been there longer than 9 days.
Yeah, it was 22 for the first filming, and then I was down there 3 nights for the second filming because I was running back and forth.
Yeah, because you was going back and forth.
Yep. But it was the same thing. You get down there and start partying and meet with these people, and man, it's hell with the TV side of it and the competition, but being able to be around other distillers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because there's 6, 7, 8 episodes being filmed. So you get to meet all kinds of these people from all walks of life, and we all got one thing in common. Shine, man. And it's a cool deal, man. It really is.
Ain't nothing like hanging out with people who have the same interests as you do,
And everybody's got their outlook on different shit. Everybody's like, well, is it right, wrong? I don't think it's right or wrong. I think it's all about preference and what you like as a distiller or a drinker.
It's about you. And that's what's right or wrong. It's about you. And if it's about you, it's always right. If it's what you want and it's for you, it's always right.
Yep.
It's never wrong. And
try everything.
Yep.
You never know unless you try it.
Yep. You never know what you're not going to like unless you try it. And what you don't like, try it a second time just to make sure you didn't really like it,
That's right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I learned probably more down there in the 9-10 days I was there than really probably fucking 7-8 years prior to that.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like on the steel build side, them guys were young steel builders. And I still learn stuff from them, even though I've been doing it and made 10 times, 100 times many more stills than they did. I still took away from stuff they was doing that I wasn't doing. And if you look at his still, I got help from Alan Bishop, and we designed a Black Forest set, and it's something like that. But we have a still called the Black Forest set that has a gin cap, which is a gin basket into the cap, and we have a double reflux arm on that, which we're able to get 100% reflux on them little stills, and it's pretty much the same still. I mean, it's kind of the same concept.
So what's your what's the smallest still you've ever ran on, and then what's the biggest still you've ever run on? Now, or I guess set in on a run, not necessarily run yourself, but
well, the smallest still I've never run alcohol in it, but it was a 2-quart still. It was a trophy set, but I made it functional. And I got it to temperature with water in it on my stove, but I never run it. But the smallest still I've ever really run is a 5-gallon. And the biggest still I've ever run on is a 50-gallon. And that's what I'm running now. I'm running a 50-gallon Black Forest set with a 10-gallon gin cap.
I'd have had to R&D that 110 over your shoulder. Anytime they get big, I'd have to R&D them.
I used to, before I learned better, I used to pressure check every one of them by running them, and now I do it by air. But man, I want to run one that big, and it's just a matter of time. I keep building them bigger and bigger for myself.
You'll get
I
there.
was on a 10-gallon for a long time after the first episode, and then now one of my brothers has that in a state I don't even gonna tell you, but he's been running that one, and I built a 20. And then I got rid of that 20 to a friend I went to high school with, and now I've got a 50. And now I'd like to get rid of it and get a 100-gallon. But, man, you start getting into 2 barrels, that's a lot of work.
Oh, it's a lot of work. I tell you, man, to me, a 50 is ideal. It's ideal. You know, you bang you out 8 gallons of good drinkable liquor.
Yep.
50 is ideal, you know, but like you, man, I always want bigger. You know, I've run 100,
that's right.
So I got my eyes set on a 150, and that's just the way it is. So to keep on that line, what's the smallest still you ever built, and what's the biggest one you ever built?
The smallest working still I build is a 2-gallon still. It's actually a 4-gallon doubler. It's got a 2-gallon pot and a 2-gallon worm and a 2-gallon condenser. But that's the smallest still we make, and I don't recommend it because that's just novelty shit. I think about a 10-gallon is about as small as you ought to go.
Yep, you know it's worth your time. It's worth your time to pour.
You're gonna get something out of it. You're gonna learn your cuts even on a 5-gallon. You're not gonna have the time to be able to make your cuts and learn what's going on in that.
There's just not enough there. You know, there's just not enough there. So, you know, I always say 20-gallon. You know, if you're real serious about home distilling, buy you a 20-gallon. You'll be glad you did. Yep. If you're not sure about it and you want to get your feet wet, 10 gallons a way to go. It allows you to have enough sample size to hone your skills.
If you got a keg sitting around, you know, something you don't really have to pay any money for. You know, you can get on Amazon and buy a little fucking or whatever, $65. You can solder it together. You know.
Yeah, or you know, there's enough guys out there. You can find one for a top end for a couple $100 nowadays.
Yep.
flip a coin, you know.
That's right.
Throw a dart at the board.
That's what's cool about this day and age with steel builders and stuff, man. There's so many reputable people out there that you can literally close your eyes and throw a rock and find a builder that's going to build you a good steel.
Yeah, you know, and it seems like nowadays that people are it's so more personal because the internet brings everybody face to face that you get a lot. I feel you get a lot better customer service nowadays just because there's so much more accountability to be held by a manufacturer or a builder because, you know, we all know at any time somebody could hop on and give us shit about something and it's not good for us. So, you know, we're always like,
and it ain't, and one person can stop 5 or 6, 7 sales.
You're damn right.
And I've talked to Brian Silcott about this just earlier today and other builders, Tracy Bumgarner. man, there's no room in my life, and I've got no time to say nothing bad about nobody else, because all I'm trying to do is show my good name and show that I stand behind my product. I've got enough going on that I don't need no other bullshit. So I don't pay attention to none of that. I pay attention to, I've got a lifetime warranty on my stills. Anything am I doing ever goes wrong, I don't give a shit where it's at, what's wrong. I will come and fix it. If it's my doings, I'm on my way. And it don't matter if you're in Alaska, Florida. I went to Pennsylvania to fix a still that wasn't even of my doings. It was UPS destroyed a still. I'm going to stand behind my product, because I don't just build moonshine stills. I build moonshiners. If you want to run liquor, I'm going to help you I'll give you advice and help you any way we can. And that's what we do. We don't just build stills, man.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's not about money. It's more than about money. It's about friendship, companionship, love, teaching, learning. It's about all the great things in life. That's why we're here. Like I ain't got no time for bullshit.
I got so lucky falling into this steel building shit, and it's pure fucking luck out of hope. And I got so lucky at falling into this. I can't look at shit as, oh well, this. I have got to focus on what I'm doing and be happy about where I've come from and what I've got and what we build and what's the next step to build this. I don't have time for, bullshit about, anything. I look for the better side of shit, and I don't have nothing to say bad about anybody, because I don't have time to worry about what they're doing. I'm trying to focus on me and keep me squared away. And that's a job. Ask my wife. That's a fucking job.
Ask anybody's old lady, they're gonna be like,
this guy's a handful, man.
Tries my patience. Everything happens for a reason. Like you was meant to be a still builder, bro. Like you're an extraordinary coppersmith, and what you build is their works of art. So
thank you.
It chose you. You didn't choose it. And it happened that way for a reason. And that's the way it goes.
That's the honest to God truth, yes, sir. And I appreciate the kind words, man. I appreciate it.
I felt like it is. So. Sean's piece shit.
So. Yeah, he's a Bigfoot.
I'm agreeing with you. Look at him.
I had to throw that in there.
We were early, goddammit, 9:30. We were early.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. It's all good. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about love.
I got a question for you, buddy, Sean.
Yeah.
How'd the run go, man?
It went pretty well. It went decent.
Good deal, man. I'm glad to see that, man. I really am.
Next.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
29th, 12 days. So, what time's that going to be, Sean? Did you get a confirmation what time the release is?
They're going to release it from 1 to. Well, it's going to be a 1 to 4 thing.
A 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Yep, on July 29th.
Saturday the 29th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. When Sean told me that, I was like, it sounded to me like they said 1 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Party right there, buddy.
Yeah, y'all better come. They started us early that day. Pizza joint next door. We're gonna have a good time next Saturday. So y'all come to the jam this Saturday and see us, and then come to Gatlinburg next Saturday for Sean's release from 1 to 4. We all gonna be there. A lot of us are gonna be there too. So
yeah, I look forward to the jam, man. That's always a good time. Always a good time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And it never disappoints.
No, never, man. It's a party for 3 or 4 days, however long you're going to be there.
I only go down 2 because if I'll die, like I can't go down there for a week. I couldn't make it. So
I just missed a vacation to the beach for 5 days. So we're going to be down there Wednesday to Sunday, and I'm going to take 2 days and do nothing but fucking relax.
Hey, you deserve it, man. Like that's what you take a week. Like this is my vacation for the year, so like I'm leaving from there and I'm heading down to Florida to see the wife and her dad and oldest son, and then stopping at Sean's release on the way back. Like I got a whole week. It's gonna be phenomenal. So and it all starts with the jam. So I'll be down there Friday afternoon, and I'll be there until we shut down early on Saturday, because we always shut down early on Saturday because we get way too drunk Friday night. And all day Saturday, you're just hot, drinking liquor, trying liquor. And so, last year I tried about 30, 35 different liquors. I'm hoping this year it's around 50. So if you've got it, hand it to me. I want to try it.
I have a little there for you. Make your way over and see me. Come see
All
that.
right.
Come see that 110 gallon.
I plan on it. I plan on seeing all of them. I'll
yeah.
venture all of them. I'll bring you some peach brandy too.
Yeah, that's an electric 110 gallon.
Oh,
Electric, yeah. I just got into the electric, and I kind of like it, man, a lot.
it's simple. It's definitely makes things a lot easier, man.
Man, when you're working or you got other shit going on, you walk over there, hit a switch or two, and
yep.
go back to doing what you were doing.
Yep.
Yeah. But so talk about your experience from starting the business to where it is, like as far as growing, like what kind of, if someone else wanted to do that, and what could they expect?
Oh man, honestly, from when I started the business to now, I could not ever imagine this. I did not expect this. When we first started, I told you we bought that little slip roller, and man, that was every penny we had. My advice to somebody that's going to start building today, if you ain't going to put everything in on it, don't do it. But if you can gamble every day with everything, then do it, because it's such a hard process to get a good still out. It's tough to learn if you don't know nobody to teach you. My advice would to them to be really just start building and expect your community to be around you, because that's all I've experienced from everybody around me in this community is really just open arms. North Georgia, Kevin Gordon, just list goes on and on. Every one of them has just been as nice to me as they could be. I mean, we've got new end caps for our stills, and that's from Tracy Bumgarner.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can expect hard time learning how to build a still, but you can expect people around you to help you.
So are those laser etched? Is that what that is?
Yes, them are laser etched. Yes, sir.
And who's doing that? Who's doing laser etching?
Ace Custom Copper, Tracy Bumgarner.
There you go. I wanted you to plug him. So
yeah, he's a nice guy. We started talking here about 3 or 4 months ago with this shinershelping.com raffle for Josh and
okay.
Landry. So
since we got on that subject, now we got a good segue. Why don't you go on ahead and tell us about what you was just speaking about?
So we're doing a raffle for Craig Landry and Josh Owens. They were both in accidents. I don't know if they've released how Craig's happened or not, so I'm not going to say. But
it's fine. That's fine.
Josh's was a motorcycle wreck,
yes.
and that's near and dear to my heart. I ride a bike every day. I've got 4 in my shop right now that I ride. So when that happened, it hit home. And Kevin Gordon contacted me, and they want to do a raffle for 3 stills. And we all donated a 10-gallon still, and a bunch of other people have donated full fermentation kits, electric elements, and box control boxes for all 3 stills. Copper Steel Co. has donated a 4-inch infuser for all 3 stills. It's a raffle to help other moonshiners.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I can't remember the full list of everybody who's donated.
I imagine.
I understand. I mean, there is just, it goes on and on and on, and it's all of our community. And I think that's fucking cool, man.
It is. It's the great parts of this community are amazing, and if that's the only thing we all ever had to deal with or hear about, I think it would change things.
Yeah,
so
and
let's all get to just that.
I would like to do it every year, and find some good cause that we can donate to. Everybody agree that let's do it for this, and I will be down to do that every year and donate that, because me and my wife come from nothing, and this blessing we have, it's a blessing. And man, stay humble, and when you get where you're going, turn back around, man, and help the next one. And I ain't got where I'm going yet, but I'm still in a place to where I can kind of help out. We can help out, me and my wife and my company. And I think that's what you should be able to give back if you can.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm very proud of that. Now, if you want your raffle ticket, shinershelping.com, $5 a ticket. The raffle will be gave away at Maggie Valley. You don't have to be present to win. We will ship the stills and the stuff that comes along with the still to you. So go get your raffle tickets and help a good cause.
That's amazing. It's amazing. Good cause, man. You know, everybody comes together. That's what it's all about.
That's what we're supposed to do, because you never know when it's going to be you or me or Sean or anybody else. So it's like something happens and we can help. Let's help and move on to the next day.
Yeah, you know, never forget where you came from. Like you said, don't ever hesitate to stop and look back, see who needs a hand, and then take a second and just remember where you came from. Remember your roots. Remember where you got started. You know,
count your blessings.
Yep.
Count your blessings.
I have a giant family tree tattooed on my back. It's as big as my whole back, and it's just to keep me rooted and know where I came from. That way, you never forget. Never forget you was that poor kid, you know, scrambling for this and trying for that. You know, you see a fellow person that needs a hand, you know, take a second and help them out, man, because that's why you're here. You know, never forget, and you'll live a much happier life. And it's just like helping somebody learn how to shine. They ask questions, take the time and answer. Even if that question's been asked to you 4 million times in 4 million days in a row, answer that same question for that gentleman, because that or that lady, because that could be the biggest difference between them falling in love with shining and not, you know.
Yeah,
so take the time for a fellow person.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm bad about that. Look, I run a Facebook group just to help people to learn about shine, and I don't laugh. Don't put no laughing emoji on there about somebody asking a question, because that's an immediate bang. Get the hell out of Dodge. There's no stupid questions. If you're serious and trying to learn, I mean, you're trying to learn. Ask your stupid fucking question that somebody wants to say stupid. Dude, I
wish I had somebody to ask that stupid question to back in the day.
How many of my questions have been fucking stupid?
Right? You know, like
I mean, seriously, man, like, I don't like that. It's if somebody's trying to learn, I don't care if it's shine or whatever, man, help that person out. Let them learn. Give them some information. And most of it is preference. Everybody's going to tell you something different. Most of it is all preference.
It's all you know, you see it all the time. You see, what's a good recipe for this? What's a good recipe for that? And I'm like, look, man, take what you got and experiment with it and find what you like, because what I tell you I do is for my palate. And my palate is so much different than yours or Sean's or anybody else's that I can't really tell you what I need, what I do to be able to.
I like my blue corn one way. You might like it a different way. You might not like your blue corn malted.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it both ways, but hand me that blue corn, boy. I believe that's what Pat. I think Pat Distillery. Yep, that knock 'em stiff was made with that blue corn. That's you know, I couldn't buy a jar of that quick enough when I stopped down there and seen him.
Man, so, I got to running that blue corn. I would run blue corn with a little, maybe 10% malted rye, and I like that. That was good. Had a little spice to that floral. That's pretty good.
Hell yeah! So, as far as building, what's your? Do you have any plans for the future? Like as far as you know, expanding, or you plan on bringing anybody in, or what's
we let the business dictate where we're gonna go. It's our bread and butter, man. So we're gonna keep the normal. But the plan is to eventually get a CNC machine, because I'm hand cutting every circle. Everything that gets cut out is getting hand cut, and we have enough orders now to where we need a CNC machine, and we also need another full-time builder. That way, because we have a build list out to like September 12th right now, and I would like to cut that in half, and I think that's very feasible. If we have a CNC machine and another builder, we could actually probably be ahead of our build list. That would be the goal. Yeah.
And then when you're ahead, you can start playing with things.
Yes. That's how I've learned to build is. So I had so many stills to build. I had so much copper. I would go and start building this still, And from the last still, I would take the information I've learned and the failures I failed on, and start doing different stuff to where it worked for me. Like I do on my pots, they all have a double hem seam. They're all interlocked. Every pot, every worm, every thumper, they're all interlocked. I don't know if there's another still builder doing that. And I don't know if that's the right way, but I know that's the way it's worked for me. And that's how I built my stills. My stills were built around being functional. It wasn't about being shiny. It was about working and lasting a lifetime. So I come to find, and it's easier to solder with them double hemmed over seam. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just a trial and error thing on that. It's learn as you go, and better the next one, better than the last one. And we're still doing that to this day. We're getting ready to implement bigger piping. Right now, on most of our stills, we're offering under 50 gallons. It's 1-inch pipe, down to 1/2-inch coil or 3/8 coil.
Yeah.
We want to offer 1/2-inch on everything over a 10-gallon and move up the big piping to 1.5 inches. So, and we want to move away from the copper unions and go towards stainless steel ferrules.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the level. You see it everywhere. The tri clamps are taking over. They're simple, they're easy, and they definitely make it real simple. So
yes, absolutely.
I was going to ask you something. Can't remember what it was now. It's at least once a week.
Yeah,
well, at least
one that slips out of there, right?
Yep.
All the time, especially when you're dealing with Sean. So,
that's
really cool. So the way you build your stills, like how do you do your bottoms? You know, that seems to be a big topic here. How do you do your bottoms on your stills? Do you fold them? Do you butt them?
I butt them. I do a butt on my bottoms. The rest of my seams are different. I do on my cones. I do dovetails, but all my dovetails go to the inside. Like Brian Silcott does a mixture where some go on out every other one. I don't do that. I keep it all on the inside, and that's just for looks. But my bottoms are butt, and I know there's a big topic about how people should do the bottoms, and I think it's just like liquor. I don't think there's a right way, and if there is 100% right way, I don't know it yet. So I like I said, we learn every day. I don't know if my bottoms are the best, but I do know that every one of them guys that was involved in that, every one of their stills are good stills. Every one of them.
Yep.
That's it. I've seen a lot. I've seen, you know, if they hold up, and people put them to work, man. Put them through them, man. And
man, if you abuse anybody's still, if you abuse that piece of equipment, just like a hammer or a wrench, it's a tool. If you abuse it and don't treat it right, man, it's gonna fail.
It ain't different than a vehicle, like you said, a hammer, a saw, like. If you treat it like shit and leave it out in the rain, it ain't gonna last real long.
And and my advice to anybody who is thinking about buying a still or wanting to buy a still and start doing moonshine, if it's a copper still or it has soldered joints or soldered parts somewhere, learn how to sweat pipes. You're gonna need to. You're gonna one day you're gonna need to sweat something. You're gonna have to solder on that thing. You want to change something up? It takes about 30 minutes on YouTube to learn how to sweat a pipe. Learn how to sweat a pipe.
Yep. Get you some scrap pieces.
Yep.
And practice messing up, Burn the shit out of yourself because you grabbed something that was hot because you're a dumbass. Been there.
I got a couple of them still in my fingers today. I grabbed the solder the other day to stretch it out, and it stuck on my finger at the end. I'm like, it was a little hot.
Why did I?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Why did I grab that? You always ask yourself, like, why did I grab that? I'm a dumbass, and now my hand's burnt. But that's awesome, man. So, if Master Distiller called you again, would you go back?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Damn right.
In my last interview, and I'm really glad they didn't show up, but I'm gonna be honest for a second. I told them I wouldn't come back, and then me and the director and the producer talked, and It was emotions. Yeah, they showed me in both episodes in such a good light. Yeah, I mean, I would be a dumbass not to go back. But also, I want to go back and win. I don't want to go back and get second
I want
again.
to win.
Yeah,
of course.
if I'm
That's
going
why
back, I'm going to win this time. I'm not going to be Mr. Nice Guy. I'm going to go down there and try to
win.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the only reason I really went to the first place is I wanted to win, and it wasn't because it's going to put my liquor on the shelf, but it was going to show that what I've done, and it's going to solidify everything I've done over the last 20 years.
All the sacrifices you've made.
Yeah, man, and I want that not only for me but for my wife, because my wife has, I mean, for the last 5 years, probably for the last 15 years, has put up with me in the moonshine. But over the last 5 years, she has helped grow this business and work her ass off because she's still at the shop with me right now. So
man, it's always without the old lady, there wouldn't be no me.
Man, that's it.
And that's just the way it is. So give a shout out to the old ladies right now. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I would absolutely go back, man, just because both episodes they showed was just I couldn't complain. They showed me in a light that, man, it made me feel good because they showed me in a light. It was like, damn, I'm proud to have a part of that episode. And it wasn't just because of me, because of course I didn't win as a second place, but both episodes they showed me in a light, man, that I could be proud of. So yeah,
well, they showed you for who you are. You know, they show you for who you are. You know, like you're a good dude. You work hard. You make beautiful works of art. You know,
Thank you, man. That means a lot coming from guys like you, because I know what you do and I see your shit, and it's nice. But man, I'm just proud to be a part of this because I truly love what I do. I love these stills. I love building them, and I hope I get to continue to build them for a long time. And rich or poor, long as I can pay my bills, I will make these still till he calls me home.
I look forward to seeing them.
Hell yeah,
and I hope they get better and better every time, because I still look at them as like, they need to do this, they need to do this, they need to be a little better here and there, and that's just.
That's what keeps you hungry, keeps you growing. So keeps you hungry, keeps you going. So
that's right.
But man, I always wondered, you just like you, right? You built all these stills. How many you say you built? Around about
probably 700.
Okay. You built fucking memories.
I'm 870. My wife says 870. So yeah, 800, about 900 stills.
Could you imagine the fucking stories and memories that shit would tell?
Man, and what's nice is they're in every state. We followed them, and about a year ago, we hit every state. We got a still in every state. We got them in Canada. Nice. I mean, yeah. So, I'm proud of how far we've come from building them in our dining room.
Oh yeah, like to add on to what Sean's talking about, like. Think of the traditions that your stills have started in families with, and the time that people have had with their kids, and then think of all the drunk that is provided. The good drunk, the fun.
Well, that and the monetary thing, man. Mm-hmm. If somebody's actually doing that and making moonshine and selling it, I don't suggest you do that shit.
No, but you gotta do what you gotta do to feed your family.
History of guys like us making millions and millions of dollars doing that, and how many families get fed from alcohol?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the same thing with my stills. I feed my family with the stills, so I couldn't go home and sleep at night if I gave somebody a shit still, and I got their money eating dinner, feeding my family. So
that, and as a manufacturer of something that could cause harm to somebody, you want to make sure you're giving somebody the safest product that you could give them. And it's like, well, if something goes wrong, you did it, But I want to know that what I gave you was perfect, and I would run it myself with no issues.
Yes.
So
yes, absolutely. It comes to that kind of thing. You don't want your good name, stuck in the mud.
How long have you been building stills?
I think I built my first still. Tracy passed in February. I believe it was November of 19 when I built my first still.
Oh, so
yeah, I'm a young builder. I ain't been building that long, and I try to learn every day. But yeah, we're young. I mean, I run one still. I seen one copper still my entire life until I started building, and it was the one I purchased. And I had no idea how to build a still. I built the first one, which I have in my shop. I'm thinking about bringing it to Maggie Valley just to show it off.
You know, we'd like to see it, man.
I'll do that. I'll load it in the truck when I come.
Keep it away from Sean because he'll try to buy it.
No, I'm gonna tell you now. He better have some Bill Gates money.
If there's a still, Sean will try to buy it.
Well, there's going to be a couple down there. He might be able to buy one.
Oh, damn.
That one.
You taking a truck, Sean? I hope you load him, man.
Sean's like, no,
I got you, bro. I'll help you load
him. 2-door.
All right, between him and Matt Lemasters, you might not have any stills left. So,
I tell you what, I don't have no stills left. The ones I'm taking are gone. We can't build them fast enough. We can't keep them. We build 5 to 6 stills a week, and they're gone. I mean, they're somebody's. The stills I'm taking behind me are the 10-gallon, which is for the raffle, and the 100. Pardon me. The 100 is for Troy Halsey, Honeybird. Yeah. So I mean, they're gone. They're going to be there to look at. That way, we can show off for work, and maybe somebody will buy one off of it. But we really don't go to Maggie Valley to sell stills. Yeah. We go to Maggie Valley to give back to the community, being a part of it, because, dude, we fell into some blessed ass shit, and I've never got to experience Maggie Valley for Maggie Valley. Every time I went to Maggie Valley, it was try to sell a still, and then the second time it was to do, a booth for Master Distiller Show. This time we're gonna split it up. We're gonna be there for a couple 4 or 5 hours every day, and then I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna experience Maggie Valley for what it is. I want to experience that as a fan, because I'm a fan first. I mean, I'm a fan. I've watched both shows for as long as they've been on, so I'm a fan before anything. So I want to experience that as a fan too.
And you'll enjoy it. You know, I'm a fan of all the TV guys, all the internet guys you see set up there walking around, and me, I'm a fan of it all. Yeah, every bit of it. You know?
I love this industry, man. I love liquor. I love copper, and I mean, I'm just proud to be in this community and be building stills for people, man. It's really just it's still. I don't get used to coming to my own shop every day. I don't answer to nobody but you know who. So it's still all new to me, man. And I'm just trying to enjoy the ride. I'm just trying to take every minute for what it is and build the next still, dude.
We're glad you're here, man.
I appreciate
honored,
that, man.
Honored, man. So we love this. You know, we love this. Love listening to you speak, man. I love hearing your story. You know, about how you got started. You know, I love the fact that you honored your brother with building works of art for everybody around this country. You know, and hopefully around the world. You know, we're grateful, man. Very, very grateful.
I very much appreciate it. It's an honor to be here with you guys.
So, you know, that being said, I think we've had everybody here long enough. Hang out afterwards. Get out of
this 102-degree shop.
Yeah. You've been sweating long enough, man. We appreciate you. Sean made us 30 minutes late anyways, because, you know. So, but anyways, we appreciate you being here, man. Honored to listen to you speak. Love your work. You guys go check out Jason Harl at 13 Stills. You need a badass still, and I'm sure if he ain't got it, he'll make it for you. So, but anyways, I look forward to seeing you Saturday. We'll see everybody Saturday. It's going to be at the Jam. You want to try some peach brandy, let me know. We'll get drunk. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be there all weekend. It's going to be hot. We're going to get sunburnt and drunk. That's all that matters. It's going to be all love. We will be back Monday. And we're going to be, I don't know who's on. We'll figure it out. Sean told me earlier. I already forgot the names because I forget shit. And I've been drinking too much of this peach brandy, and I pulled a Sean and tried to get to the bottom of the jar.
You need to try harder, man. You didn't do it right.
You didn't get the new bottom. Keep going, man. You get there.
No, I'm good. So I'm good. So, next Monday we'll be back. Talk about Sean's jar release coming up and whoever he's got on.
Yeah.
So look forward to seeing you Saturday, Jason. It was a pleasure having you here.
Wait, Big Easy. We'll see you, Sean. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir.
Hope everybody has a great night. Have a great night, everybody.
You too, guys. Be safe.
Everybody shine on.